from the soil up to the leaves, while phloem carries sugar, amino acids, and hormones. Okay, now I'm going to talk about the structure of each. If we have the cell, the plant cell, it is like this, with regular shape and cell wall. The xylem has no endings of the cell wall. The endings have been removed. So we have only the sides of the cell wall, like this. So water and mineral ions can be pulled and carried freely without any obstruction. This is the first adaptation for xylem. The second adaptation, since we don't have endings of the cell wall, we don't have any cell contents such as a nucleus, cytoplasm, and cell membrane. Since there is no cytoplasm, so there is no chemical reaction. No any chemical reaction takes place. So xylem vessels are dead cells. The third adaptation, since xylem actually is the wood part of the plant, it needs to support the plant to keep the plant rigid and firm. That's why it is lignified. Lignified, it contains lignin rings that gives the support for the xylem. And here are the three main points of the xylem vessels. They are dead, empty, with open ends, no ending of the cell walls, and lignified for support. The second type of the cells, which are phloem. Also, they are vascular cells, tubular cells that actually are needed to carry amino acids, sugar, and hormones around the plant. Once sugar is made, it should be transported to every single cell for respiration and for other functions. But phloem cells are living. They have cytoplasm inside, while xylem cells do not. So, phloem cells, in order to carry these materials, which are sugar, amino acids, and hormones again, to carry them without any obstruction, the endings of the cell wall are perforated like this. If we have the cell wall like this, the endings are not removed completely, such as xylem vessels, but they are perforated. They have holes like sieve. That's why they are called sieve plates or sieve tubes. But they don't have nucleus. That's why, to give enough energy for sugar to be transported around the plant, such as sucrose, as we know, sucrose is that type of the sugar that is being transported. Glucose, the sugar that is made by photosynthesis immediately. Once it is transported as sucrose, since sucrose is less reactive than glucose. And it is stored as a starch because the starch is insoluble. It has no any osmotic effect. It doesn't affect the movement of water in and out of the cells. That's why glucose, the excess amount of glucose is stored as starch. Now let's go back to the phloem structure. Here we have the sieve plates. Here we have companion cells. Companion cells, they have a nuclei in order to provide enough energy for the phloem to transport sugar. Source with zinc, I'm going to talk about it later on. But before moving to other idea, I want to talk about the location of xylem and phloem. Xylem and phloem always are found in a bundle, and this bundle is called vascular bundle. Here is a cross section of stem, while here is a cross section of root, and here is a cross section of the leaf. Stem, roots, you have to identify stem from roots. Roots, they have root hair cells to increase the surface area for water and mineral absorption from the soil, while inside it has like a cross shape. This cross shape referred to xylem, and here we have pieces that are located outside of the xylem, which are phloem vessels. Xylem is always in, while phloem is always out. Let's go back to the stem. Here are the vascular bundle. If we look at this, here is the vascular bundle of this vascular bundle. Here is the phloem, And here is the xylem, which is inside, phloem outside, and xylem inside. Let's go to the leaf structure. Phloem is outside while xylem is inside. Suppose you have a photomicrograph. You don't have like these drawings. You have a photomicrograph and you are asked to identify which xylem, which phloem. Since xylem cells are hollow and thick because of lignin, they look like this. They are hollow and thick, while phloem cells look like this. So here, the xylem vessels, they